It's in the jobs controller spec. I'll just share my screen. I can actually share the Cloud9 area with you as well, I think, although you might need to have a log on to it.
Yeah, either way. No, I don't really have a log on to. I haven't used it in a long time.
Okay. I don't know if you can see that. See the screen now. You know, I'll just find the relevant spot and then
right.
show you what's happening. So in this get hash notify job developer happy path return success status, there's a failure error on this XHR get, which I think is in the context. And the message is abstract controller action not found. The action notify job developer could not be found for jobs controller. So.
Well, that doesn't sound good, does it?
No.
That sounds pretty drastic.
If you have a look at the routes.rb, it's got get :notify job developer on :member as :notify j_jd. Whereas in the spec, this context, I don't know whether it's because the parameters don't match. I mean, is that the way it works? I mean, what? I'm a bit.
So this is for
this somehow.
So you didn't go anywhere near that code, right?
No, I mean it's in the jobs controller method. I didn't touch it.
What you're doing is replacing the index with the search. Yep.
Yeah, I did pick up a lot of merge changes.
Oh, you did? Okay.
So I don't know whether perhaps I didn't select them correctly or did something wrong.
Well, let me look on the production code base and see what that looks like. Let's see. So that's a RSpec jobs controller.
Yeah.
Jobs controller, and what line number is that? That is.
I've got 1048, but it's a little different.
Yeah, be around there, I would assume.
Yeah.
Okay, get notified job developer. I see that. Happy path. Yeah, that hasn't changed.
Something else has changed for me.
Yeah. So, do you have a feed? Have you pushed your latest stuff up to your GitHub repo?
Yes, I have.
You have? Okay. Let's see if I can pull that down myself. Let's see.
So the branch is jobs -view -2 -search -jobs -514.
Yeah, I see that now. Okay, so git fetch out. Okay. And that is, let's see, where does it begin? Let me just bring that up on my editor here so I can take a look at it locally. It's easier for me to see than trying to view the screen like that. Let's see. That jobs controller RSpec file has gotten way too big. I think it's got way too many.
Sorry? Yeah, actually consolidated the index and search jobs list sections. So that was basically where I had to change.
Yeah, probably would be helpful to do something like that. What was the line number? 1084, right? Something like that? Or
1048.
1048. Okay. I had a dyslexia there, huh? All right. 1049. Let me write in that. RSpec. Notified job developer could not be found. I mean, the exact same error you've got. So what is the actual action called in jobs controller? Is it called? Yeah, it's called notified job developer. Oh, okay. So what files did you change in your PR so far, Paul? Do you remember? Or
I changed the files I changed were the jobs view index, and really I sort of swapped out that for the jobs search. Get the exact name of these things, and changed the form so that it toggled. It was hidden and not hidden, and also put a message in there to click on the column to sort it.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I use that method rather than putting the double-headed icon. I think I did find a way through Stack Overflow to, I think you had to override the method to change or to give it an icon, and well, that was a bit heavyweight for me. So I decided to take that the simpler way. Which I
it works fine.
And that also only appears if the number of jobs is greater than 1. So if you've got no jobs or 1 job, you can sort it, or you maybe can. But
okay.
If you've got more than 1, 2 or more, it'll bring up that message. So that's basically the change. Yeah.
That sounds about right then. Yeah, that's good.
That seems to work all right. But yeah, I'm stumped by this error that's now appeared.
Yeah.
What is it actually doing? Because when it sends a message to a job seeker when they get assigned to a job developer or a case manager. That's right. That's what's happening there. And it also sends an email
to the job seeker that they've been assigned to.
Yeah, they get a pop-up message if they're online. But otherwise, they get an email. Curiously, I tried that, going through the PETS demos, and I get the pop-up message, but not the email. So I wonder if it's related.
So the notify job developer action in the jobs controller, are we talking about the same one? Because that says in the comment that a company person is notifying a job developer or of their interest in a job seeker. That one there? Is that what it is, or is it something else?
No.
No, it's not that.
The customer company was notified by job developer of his her interest in the job seeker. It's right from the view showing all job seekers that match a particular job. So it's an Ajax event, isn't it, that somehow causes that to happen?
Yeah, it is. It is. The action notified job developer could not be found for jobs controller. It is clearly there.
You see all of these parameters, job developer ID, company ID, job seeker ID, that doesn't look the same as the routes to me. Because the routes has only got developer on member as notify JD. Should they match?
They don't have to. You can, the action could be different from the actual path name that you give it. Notify JD is different from notify job developer. Generally, we match them, so it's not confusing. No reason not to match them, actually. I'm not sure why that was done that way, but
just make them optional. Those additional parameters.
Exactly. Is that so? Are those the only failures you're getting? There's like 2 or 3 in the jobs controller right now?
Yeah.
Okay. So 1064 has the same problem.
It basically fails from then on.
Yeah.
I think they each use that context, don't it?
Let's see. I'm seeing stuff like the devise mailer invitation instructions changed. Not sure where that stuff's coming from. Where those changes are coming from. List search jobs, of course, underwent change. That's no problem.
No, there were some changes around the messages, weren't there, to confirm emails and things like that.
There's this thing. Okay, yeah. Let me show you what just. Get that. Let me share my screen real quickly here. Can you see my screen okay?
Yes, I can see it.
Okay. So I've got your branch here now, and I'm going to do a diff of your branch code against upstream development. So when I do that, I see, well, let's see, first of all, this data management file change. I'm not sure. You probably didn't even touch that, so I'm not sure why that's showing up as changed, but it seems innocuous, I would think. That's not even in use in this particular scenario anyway. Jobs controller, of course, underwent change. Let's see. I don't know if any of this looks familiar. Jobs.
Oh yeah, that's the part I changed, but I took that out.
You changed index altogether, huh? So let me see.
Yeah.
What happened to index? So I think at the end of the day, this PR probably should just do away with the index controller altogether, because
All right.
yeah, because we're not using it anymore, right?
Yeah. Well, basically, the index does the job for both what it used to do and the list jobs method.
Oh, okay. So you actually retained index and you swapped in the job search stuff within that controller.
Yeah.
I see. Okay, so there was another controller like list search jobs. Did you take that out?
Yeah.
That you took this stuff from? Okay, I understand now. So, all right. Yeah. Okay. Create, show, edit, update, data addresses, apply. And you didn't touch notify job developer, of course.
No.
All right. Let's see. Let me just continue to go through the code that changed. So app helpers. Oh, you added that helper that you mentioned on clicking instruction device. Stuff here is a little confusing to me. Devise mailer invitation instructions. There seems to be some changes here. Does that look familiar?
It does.
Did you do something here within this?
No. There was a previous pull request.
Yeah, for your PR though, you shouldn't have had to touch that stuff, right?
No.
What I want to do is let's look at that real quickly to see what the production code looks like. Where am I here? I'm in spec. Let's add views devise. Mailer invitation instructions. Okay, so that has, looking at what's in production now, we have so you have this admin invited you, why join agency, etc. So that's been customized to us, agency. If you didn't need to change this for your PR, which I suspect you didn't, you may just want to overwrite your local version with what's in production. I don't think we should see, this is not related to your bug, I don't think, but I don't think we should see changes there.
No, that's invitation instructions.
That's,
yeah,
yes.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how I picked that up. I didn't do that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I think what happened was you did a merge it upstream or something, and it just somehow it changed things and didn't alert you to a conflict. It just went ahead and did it. So not sure what's going on there. We would have cut that in PR review anyway. But
right. Yeah.
Let's see, app views index. So we've got a lot of changes there, appropriately so. Right. And Lots and lots of changes. List search jobs. Okay. So I think you probably just, at the end of the day, list search jobs view goes away, right?
Yeah, that's right.
It looks like it's all red, which means it's been removed.
Yeah.
Relative to production, so that makes sense. Config initialize devise. What's this? Do you know what this custom devise mailer is? Does that look familiar? It's commented out. So
yeah, I think I did think I saw something about it when I was reading up about devise, but I didn't use it.
Okay.
Or didn't do anything with it.
So I think that's just another merge thing that happened that we don't need. So
Yeah.
you don't want to. And then, so here we have a difference in routes. Get jobs, list search jobs. As list search jobs. Yep. Okay. So that goes away because we have the index now.
Yeah.
And then we get into test, which should be fairly all innocuous then. Okay. Yeah, now we get into spec test. Okay. So there's just a couple of strange things there that I saw. Not causing your problem, but get the right controller name there. Okay. What's going wrong here? What am I doing wrong here? Just look at all the routes. There's going to be too much to look at, but jobs. Where are our jobs controller routes? This is strange. Our jobs controller job. No, I know, but I'm looking at just the controller actions. Jobs controller is not showing up anywhere, so that's why I can't find the action. Let's look at our routes table then. That stuff. Sorry for the fiddle and diddling here, but so jobs. Where's jobs? Jobs. Here we go. Okay. Okay. So this looks suspicious. Job seekers. Let me just look through the real quickly. Job seekers. Yeah. Okay. Let's go look at what the config file looks like. I didn't see a difference when we did that, but I'll just see what this looks like in production. What the routes file looks like. So we are at 124 thereabouts. Doesn't look right. Trying to figure out where that might have changed. Let's see.
Notify job developer looks the same.
Sorry?
Notify job developer looks the same.
Yep, it does. It does. Okay, so unfortunately, I can't. Okay, not sure I can learn that much from that. I'll go back to the routes listing. So jobs list, jobs index, jobs index, right? Okay. That looks okay. Yeah, okay, so let's look at that error indication. Sorry for flashing this. Probably going to get vertigo from watching this go by so fast, but
I don't know what you ever did. Anyway.
okay. Let's just test again. All right. changed a bit on this here. Okay. Let's look at the specifics changes there. On that one, on that particular file. So you took the tests that were under list search jobs and you put them under here, is that right?
Yeah.
Under get index? These guys? Okay. All right. Have you tried to run it in the UI to see if that notification business works?
Well, what is it you actually do? I was a bit confused by the description as to what actual user actions you take.
Well, let's try it then.
That.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and run it and see what happens. See if we can exercise that code.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I'll show you what it's supposed to do.
Yeah.
So I'm logging in as a company person,
Yeah.
and I will go ahead and look at one of my jobs. And now I have this button called Match. Can you see this? It's kind of small, I know.
Yes, I can.
Okay. Match all job seekers, which allows me to see if there's any job seekers outstanding who match this job or not. So I'll click on that. And of course, we don't actually match, we just run it. So I think this invokes the notify job developer.
Right.
Let me see.
Sends a email.
No, that's not the one I'm looking for. So that's a different thing. So I think I forget the reason why we have not available for these ones that match. It could be that this person does not have a job developer. I think that's actually it. So let's go back and let me see if I think if I, based upon the test data and all of that, I think if I find job ID 1, that might allow me to, so I'm looking at the ID now in the lower left there. Let's see. Let's see, go through here. Um, yeah. Okay, so we're looking for product group orchestrator. Since this is alphabetical order, we can go right there. Product group orchestrator. Now let me see if this works. No. Okay. All right, so what I need to do is I need to find out yeah, let's try to job seeker equals job seeker find by city port, let's see, town, right? Is that, okay, like that. Yeah, okay. How about this? Let me try to find an address. Location ID 3. So, who is that? It's kind of laborious sometimes to try to find data that you're looking for. You got last name, thumb back. All right, great. So what I need to do is need to find this guy Zumbach and assign the job developer to that person so that they'll show up as somebody that we can. Actually, let me just. So let's log out. Let's go in as an administrator, company admin. Oh, not. I need to go in as the agency administrator. Sorry about that. Okay, so let's see, agency personnel. Let's add. So what I'm going to do now, Chet is a agency job developer, and I want to add that particular job seeker to Chet. So he's a job developer for that person.
Yeah.
And it was 3 of them. Okay, I'm going to take all 3. So I don't know which one it was. So let's update. Okay, so now we've got all those guys in there. So let me log out, go back in as a company contact again. And let's go to jobs. The job, I think, was product interactions. No, not that one. Product group orchestrator. That was it.
Orchestrator, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So let's now do this. Okay. So we're looking at job seekers that match this job. Now, Tom Seeker matches this job, and his information is visible to the company person, because Tom has already applied to at least one other outstanding job for this company. So his information is already available to the company anyway, so we show that. If the job seeker that's matched, excuse me, has not applied to any job from the company, then we need to actually not show the job seeker information to the company. We actually, and this is how Chet wants it to work, we need to go through the agency. Excuse me, I'm having trouble talking here, so bear with me. We need to go through the agency, or in particular their job developer, to indicate our interest in this particular job seeker, whoever it is. It's anonymous. So that Chet will get this information and he can take action on it. Chet will know who the company is, who the company person is, who this job seeker is, and Chet can figure out what to do with all that, right?
Yeah.
That's how it's supposed to work. So what I'm going to do here is, let's go back to our Rails thing. Excuse me. So let's create a bunch of white space here so we can. I'm just gonna hold on here. Let's see. Hopefully that helps. So I'm going to click on this and I'm going to see if what happens in our application. So when I click on this, this is supposed to create that event, notify job developer.
Yeah.
So, and then when I say yes, and I say yes, and sure enough, I think we have the same problem. So it's not just the test.
Oh, okay.
So that's
the test is right.
That's it. It's at least reassuring that we're seeing the same thing break in the UI itself.
Yeah.
So I'm a little stumped here. Notify a job developer. Now it could be that we're not. We do authorize the job, but that hasn't changed, I don't think. Nothing in this has changed. Let's see what's happening in the before action. Do we have notify job developer here?
Was there something set up in the index previously that isn't being set up now? Because it's the part I've changed.
Right. I don't know. Well, we'll have to look at that, but see if we can see what are the parameters coming in here. All right, so we have job seeker 3, which is correct. That was that guy whose last name begins with a Z. The company person who indicated interest is evidently 202. Job developer is Chet. That's his ID. That all looks fine. And the ID of the particular job, of course, is here in the URL. It's 1, and that looks good too. Could not be found in the job controller. Okay. Excuse me. So let's look at this find job before action, see what that's doing. Clearly it's just getting the job, which is innocuous. I don't see how that could break us. I'm just going to see it, confirm that we actually get there when we run the test. Oh, let's, I don't think we need this. I'll keep that alive just in case we want to come back to that. So let's get out of the controller. Let's go run. $10.49, I think it was, right? Okay, so we're not even getting to the before action. Okay. Kind of spinning my wheels here trying to figure out how to approach this. I'll tell you what, Paul, I'm going to have to think about this some more. Right now, I'm not sure exactly how to attack this. It's just notify job developer that we're having a problem with, right?
Yeah.
Well, the hell of it, let's just change this to that. Probably not going to make any difference, but okay, what else is going on in here? User logged. Okay. 9:15. Okay. So let's just absolutely nothing wrong with that. that. That's not going to make any difference, but just to rule that out. Of course. So the routes are okay. The action exists. The before action is not preventing the action from being accessed.
Yeah.
All this typical troubleshooting stuff that we do is working fine. We've established that it actually breaks in the UI, so it's not just a test issue. Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes if it's just a test issue, the way some of the objects are set up can create weird scenarios where it breaks, whereas it works in the real thing, but here that's not the case.
Yeah.
This is a stumper.
Mm. Well, yeah, well, no, you showed me how to reproduce it in the UI. I can play around with it a bit more.
Yeah, let's do that. I think.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think I have to take a little bit of a break and then come back to this.
Yeah.
So your routes look good. The routes are not changed from production anyway. The action is in the controller. It's not buried within another action and we lost it. There's nothing, none of that happened.
Mm.
It fails in test and it fails in the UI. So the test is faithfully representing what's happening in the actual production code, which is great. That's what we want to see. Question is,
absolutely.
Why the hell is it changing? Is it failing when the controller is there? The thing I don't get, I don't know if I've ever seen an error about, let's see. Wait a minute, this is different. Oh, okay. So this abstract controller, action not found. I don't think I've ever seen abstract controller as the beginning of the error object. This is more like an action controller UI. This one it couldn't find a route that matched, and that makes sense. But yeah, that's perfectly fine there. See if we go up to where we failed. Is it here or is it here? It's here. So let's go up to where we failed again. Yeah. So that whole thing about as notified JD, that's just basically specifying the path, the shortened path, that the path helper. Right. Notify JD underscore path as opposed to notify job developer underscore path. That's all it's doing. It's still looking for, in terms of the URL, it's looking for notify job developer, and that's what it's doing. And it's fine in the route, but then it's saying it cannot find the action in the controller, which is bizarre. It is fine in the route. It's fine in that the route points to jobs controller, and it's looking in jobs controller and says it can't see that, which is just bizarre, because everything we have in front of us shows that it should see that action in the controller. So there's something else more subtle going on here. Yeah. So I think at this point, Paul, probably want to take a break, and then we can come back to it. I can come back to it individually as well as yourself, and maybe we can connect up. Let's get late for you. Maybe tomorrow we can reconnoiter and see where the heck we're at with this.
Yeah, maybe tomorrow. I'll check in.
Yeah, if I have any breakthrough, I'll let you know, and vice versa.
Yeah, all right.
But we did the basic.
Appreciated.
Yeah, no problem.
Mm.
Well, we made progress anyway. We ruled out a lot of stuff, which is always good. Yeah.
Things like this to keep it interesting, I guess.
Interesting or frustrating, depending upon your point of view. Well, keeps us challenged. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, right. All right. Well, I'll sign off now. So.
All right, sounds good, Paul. We'll connect up. Can you join the Scrum tomorrow, you think?
Yes, I can.
Okay, great. Well, we'll talk then, if
I'll
not before. All right, great. Thanks, Paul. Yeah.